division, you know. But obviously, there's more competition at 147. You know, he might have fought people that are a little bit physically bigger than him at 140, but people are going to have more of a physical size advantage at 147 against Terrence Crawford. He will be able to add some weight and add a little bit more mass onto himself. He's got a good height and reach, so I think he can compete well at 147. But there's a lot of fighters, man. There's a lot of competition, different types of competition. You know, I mean, the welterweight division is a challenge for everybody. All the welterweights competing in it. So if he wants to jump into this pool, you know what I mean? It's going to be something that, you know, he's going to have to fight for. He's going to have to earn respect. And he's going to have a certain level of respect given to him. But at 147, we still want to see what's popping and what can he really do if he wants to jump into this division.
Hey, Keith Thurman, I'm doing a poll off the subject. Who wins the fight, Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux?
Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux, man. You know, so I don't like picking one on this fight. But what I will say is, what I like about Lomachenko is that he's been more busy, right? He's been really active, really staying in the mix, and he knows how he wants to fight. Because of that, I've seen more of Lomachenko recently than I have seen of Rigondeaux. So my boxing IQ on knowledge of Rigondeaux is very low. I remember what it once looked like, but I don't know what he looks like today, you know? Tremendous fighter. It's going to be a great world-class fight, you know? I would love to see Rigondeaux outdo him, but I mean, I think Rigondeaux has the pop that can really get some respect out of Lomachenko. I don't think Lomachenko's really been hit that much by the competition that he's been facing lately. I think his best competition was my boy Gary Russell, in my opinion. Since then, I don't think he's really fought elite fighters. So, you know, Rigondeaux, man, I think he has a great chance, but I don't know enough right now. That's why I can't pick.
And Rigo has to move up 2 weight classes, too.
You know, he does have to move up, but I don't think that, you know, Lomachenko's that big of a dude. You know, I think he doesn't punch that hard, so I don't think there's a lot of risk. I think, you know, Lomachenko has a nice punch, but a lot of his punches are setups, and he's working the numbers on you, and every once in a while he's digging. You know, so that's the way I see Lomachenko. But it's just a great fight for the fight fans. It's a great fight for the world of boxing. It's a great fight for their division, and we'll see what happens.
How many more years you see yourself in the sport? You see yourself going age 40 like Mayweather, or what?
Nah, bro. So at the end of the day, what were we saying? I once had a dream, right? Like Martin Luther King. So I once had a dream that I was going to retire at the age of 30, right? That was my life. That was my real dream as a kid, right? Just to be like, yeah, I'm gonna work nothing, you know? Sit here and just watch Netflix all day, you know? But I just love the retired life. I want to retire young, or at least retire from boxing at a good time and branch out into other forms of commerce, as we would say. You know, let me say it like that. Other forms of money making. You know, but you know, shoot, I'm about to be 29 next month. I think I got 5 good years. You know what I mean? If I could be financially secure in 3 or 4, that'd be great. You know what I mean? I think I got 5 good years to give to the sport, and then from there, we will have to assess how my body is. You know, I'm 28 years old, you know, which is young, but I've been in the boxing game 21 years, you know, so we're not trying to have a whole lot of wear and tear. I'm living the dream. This is my American dream. That's why I wear red, white, and blue every single time I step in the ring, because I am an All-American fighter, living my All-American dream as a world champion today. I'm very proud of that. And like I said, man, after my boxing career, I just want to branch off into some other form of business, bring some money home, put food on the table. You know, I just got married, so I'm not talking about kids right now, but we'll have kids pretty soon, you know. So I'm just looking forward to the transition. And but I got some good years to give you guys, man. I'm in my prime right now, and I look forward to 2018 and everything else after that.
Where do you think you should be on that pound-for-pound list?
Just in there.
Yeah.
Top. Put me 5 and up, and I'm happy. Okay. You put me at 5, I won't complain.
Okay.
I won't complain. You put me at 7, then I'll say, well, I believe I belong at 5. You know what I mean? So.
Who's that number 1?
Transitions. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, what's this? What's this?
Everything.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, either this is a USB or this is some cologne. What are you saying right there? He had some cologne?
I thought it was
I work with Austin. I'm in Miami, Florida.
Oh, very nice.
Let's talk one day, and I'll see you soon.
Very nice.
All right.
Man. Appreciate you. One love.
Who's number one there?
Well, the funny thing is, I had Andre Ward, but I heard he just retired.
Yeah.
You
surprised? I saw for grab
I
now.
might be up the list now. Hold on. I might belong in the top 3 right now. Hold on. I mean, yeah, man, a lot of surprises are happening. You know, Timothy Bradley retired, Andre Ward retired, Floyd is out of the game. You know, and I've been saying it for the past, 2 years that we're coming upon the new generation. The new generation is happening right here, right now. You know, Floyd is still making money, but he's not super active. Since the Manny Pacquiao fight, it wasn't like he was super active. So, the new generation is in. The new generation is what's happening, and it's beautiful. You're seeing a lot of great matches being made in boxing throughout lots of different weight classes. We have a heavyweight champion again. You can be excited about the heavyweight division. There's a lot to be excited about in the world of boxing today, man. So, I'm just happy to be here and be at the top.
Speaking of heavyweights, what did you think about Ortiz failing the drug test? That was a big fight.
Didn't hear about it till now, and he's not the first, and he won't be the last. That's all I know.
Keith, what's your thoughts about Miguel Cotto, Saddam Ali?
Yeah, man. Actually, I heard about that, and I love it. You know what I mean? I know Saddam from when he was an amateur. I got love and respect for that boy. I know he's been on his grind, and he lost against, who did he lose against? Vargas, right? Justin Vargas, And I was cheering for him in the Vargas fight, but Vargas really came and put it on him. I don't think Saddam had the right training camp for that fight. He looked like he was getting gassed. And, it's a name, it's a veteran. If he wins, his stock goes up. And Miguel, I guess he just wants to give the fans one more fight. He'll probably be at Madison Square Garden or something, right? Yeah. Good for the both of them, and it's not, I know it shouldn't be for a world title, right? Either fighter has a world title, but it's going to be a nice matchup. Old dog, young dog, let's see who wins.
What do you think about Anthony Joshua? He's coming up, he's fighting. There's a lot of buzz about him. Do you consider him pound for pound, or is he overhyped?
No. Nice one. It's all good. Pound for pound, I don't think his record is that crazy, right? Isn't he still like a young?
He's like 18 and 0.
18 and 0, yeah. I mean, that's like, he's a champion and he deserves a lot of respect. But pound for pound, I don't think he's there yet. What he beat a Klitschko that was like 40 years old. Right? Come on, man. Talking about some pound for pound,
And then he said that.
What do you think about Wilder and Ortiz? The fight got canceled. Do you believe Luis Ortiz's medical reasons, or do you feel like he got caught cheating?
What did he fail?
He
steroidal?
failed. Yeah.
Steroidal.
Yeah.
They're saying that he took something for his diabetes.
He said it was for his blood pressure.
Yeah, there's a lot of medical things that are different forms of steroids, and you got to know, and you got to let the sanctioning bodies know,
right.
and sometimes it can get bypassed because they know upon which reasons you're allowing these things to enter your body, and it might not really be that beneficial as far as other forms of steroids, using it for working out and things like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I mean, you just got to follow the rules, man. We have rules for a reason. Every form of sports have different forms of commissions and stuff. You just got to follow the rules.
Do you feel like, since he didn't put it in the application,
medical
reasons, do you feel like something is suspicious that he just got caught?
I don't. It's not my weight division. I'll be honest. When it's not my division, I have a lot less caring going on. And I got a motto, like, take steroids, motherfucker. You do everything you need to fight D. You know what I'm saying? Because we fighting,
Right.
And I bet D feels the same. Like, motherfucker, I'll still bust that boy up.
Right.
So what I don't appreciate about those things is how it postpones the matches. Or maybe you have to bring in a replacement. And one fighter's doing his job and the other one is technically not.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's disrespectful to the game, and that's what I don't know.
Keith, let me ask you something. There's a lot of rumors that Errol Spence was supposed to fight Miguel Cotto at 154. He turned it down. If he was over that fight against Cotto, would you take it? Talking about legacy now in your career.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, funny story. Like, I don't mention this that often, but there was a time where somebody within the Cotto's camp, somehow they called me directly. This was like a few years back. They called me directly, and they said, "Keith, are you interested in fighting Miguel Cotto?" I'm like, "Oh yeah. What? When? What? Wait. I'll take it. I'll take it." Wow. And I never got called back. I know that much. Maybe I had too much enthusiasm on the phone. I don't know. I never got called back. And he was fighting in Orlando that time. So I don't know. You know, maybe that might have been why I was a little bit of an option to bring in. But I know it never really probably reached Al's ears because it never even came back to my ears. And everything has to go through Al, man. But you know, Cotto, like I said, man. I mean, the match that they chose, I like it. I think it's for how inactive he's been and where he's at in his career, and Saddam coming up and up. That's a more just realistic fight right there.
Wow. So even if Golden Boy said, "Oh, you know, you get the fight, but you got to sign with Golden Boy," you wouldn't take it at all?
First off, hell no. You're not going to offer me a fight and force me to sign a promotional contract at the same time. That's like, you know, take this fight and wear these chains.
Right.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
That happened to Mikey Garcia, actually. He was saying that they offer him a multi-fight deal, but to take that fight, then he would get caught. Take the contract.
Yeah, if the contract ends at the end of that last
No,
fight, maybe.
multi-fight.
You know? Multiple fight. Like, that's a little different. You know, if it's a 3-fight contract and it ends after those 3 fights, you know, no extension plans and blah, 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 blah. Contracts are very funny, man. You got to read every page. You got to have a good lawyer, people that care about you, man. But, you know, that's why I'm independent, and you hold more power. You have more weight when you're independent because nobody can force you to do anything.
You don't think Ali's getting thrown to the wolves? Because he got to go to 54. I mean, you know, he got knocked out by Jesse Carter at 47.
Doesn't matter. It's for the name. You want it, go get it. You know what I mean? If you don't want it, don't take the fight. You know, but he's not fighting the Cotto of old, of yesterday. He's fighting the Cotto of today. You know, so just box smart. You know what I mean? Box smart. Keep your hands up. Stick and move, boy. Stick and move.
Hey, Keith, what do you think about Errol not being in the clean program?
Who?
Errol Spence.
Not being in what program?
In the WBC clean program.
I don't know nothing about that. So I just won my WBC title. And why would he have to be with the WBC when he's with the IBF?
It's rumored that he's not entered in any clean programs.
I don't know. I almost don't want to be either. These motherfuckers will show up to your house at like 9 in the morning. These motherfuckers showed up at like 7 one morning, and they wanted like me to take a piss test. I said, first off, I'm gonna let you know you're not welcome into my motherfucking house this morning. Okay? So you want me to take a piss test? I'll piss in my front yard right now for you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But you ain't getting in my house. And you ain't ever showing up to my house at this time again.
Right.
You know? They were like, yeah, man, it's a little crazy, man. The way they show up, they'll show up to the gym, they'll show up to your house. They need to know your schedule. They'll show up to my massage therapy. They'll just whatever, you know what I mean? So it's like it's a little hectic, man. And it actually adds. It's not crazy, but it does add a little bit of stress to the game.
Right.
It's already hard enough to be on these strict diets and these regimens and all the training that we do. You know, I mean. Even you have to take a drug test when you fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure there's some form of rules through the IBF and things that he's going to have to follow. I mean, I would say no too. If I don't represent the WBC, I would deny the WBC anything.
Right.
To be honest, you know what I mean? But I represent WBC, so I got to follow their rules. I'm pretty sure now with the IBF, he has to follow the rehydration rule. The IBF is one of the only weight.
The next
you know
morning.
I mean? So like I said, man, there's rules to this game, and you got to follow them. And they just try to enforce more rules on him, and those rules he doesn't need to follow. He's not, you know. So whatever.
Right. Understood.
Keith, who'd you have win in the fight? Triple G or Canelo Alvarez?
Winning the fight?
Right. What was your view on that fight?
Oh, the ref was winning. Man, you know, GGG, he was, I'll be honest, man, he disappointed me a little bit.
Right.
And there's only one thing that disappointed me. It was the lack of body work. Okay? Right. These big Mexican style, drama show, Mexican style, you know? And you know, HBO, they do the whole copy box numbers afterwards. They show the dummy with all the clothes, right?
The red one and the blue one.
This is what they do.
Fight night joint.
And then what happened was you can have to recap it. I don't. I memorized it because I was disappointed in the boy. 4 to the left, 4 to the right. Triple G only threw 8 body shots in 12 rounds. Okay? And the real reason why I was disappointed was because whatchamacallit, Canelo was looking gassed by the 6th.
He's tired.
You know what I'm saying? You looking gassed by the 6th.
Hanging on the ropes.
And he keeps scooting on the ropes. Now you got him on the ropes. And I don't care if he doesn't have to dig to the body. He can throw a straight right hand down to the body. I felt like Triple G was head hunting too much. I like Canelo was using his movement. He was being a little athletic. I think it's a little outside of his character. I do believe he's been practicing different forms of athleticism, athletic boxing since the Mayweather fight, since he got schooled with some head movement and ring management. I think his awareness, his IQ has risen since then. And he manipulated his way into a draw victory. I call it a draw victory because his ass lost. So now that he got a draw, it's a victory.
What do you think about the rematch? Different result? Who's going to win for you? What do you got?
I mean, yeah, I don't really care. The fight was actually less entertaining than it got advertised for. It was a lot less entertaining than even I thought it would be more entertaining, but I don't know what it is about Canelo, man. He just gasses, man. That boy, lighten up on the power and just put some numbers out there, man. Because numbers is what's going to win the fight. That's why he didn't win the fight. He didn't have enough numbers. But he was being very defensive. I would have loved to see Triple G push a little harder too in that fight. But Canelo's got youth on his side. Triple G doesn't. But I heard Canelo don't want the rematch.
It was ordered, so he's got no choice.
Well,
You always have a choice, but you always got a choice, but we'll see.
We'll see what he says.
Is there a super fight Keith Thurman would jump a weight class for? A Canelo,
The
a
Canelo,
superstar like that?
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe the Canelo. I would like to. I got this weird thing about Canelo. One, I told Golden Boy I wanted him before the world really knew about him. He was still like on the undercards. He wasn't the headliner yet, and they looked at me like, not right now, not right now. Maybe one day, but not right now. But who did I fight? Soto Cross, right? Of course. So if you watch my fight with Soto Cross, when I get the knockout, and it's one of those knockouts where the referee actually caught him, right?
Perfect.
And because the referee caught him, that means the referee's not issuing the 8 count. He's waving the fight, And Canelo does this thing where he does this shoulder shrug, like, what? He's like, what? You're just gonna stop the fight like that? And every single time I see that, I'm just like, you step in this ring, you come take these punches. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel like a lot of people put some good hands on Canelo. I know he's a power puncher. I know he's got size over me. Now he keeps gaining too much weight, so it'd be a lot harder to move up and make that fight. But once upon a time, I was eager to possibly move up for Canelo Alveraz. Nowadays, I don't know what would happen, but he's too big. He's trying to 160. I ain't about that life. I be about that life. We cut off that. We ain't trying to fight at that weight class.